Greetings from Snake Mountain Boat Works on Thursday, July 18, 2019. Here's an update and a discussion of some issues we've unearthed on the 1937 20-foot Lyman Runabout Eagle. We have now put her in slings, lifted her off the jack stands, set her down on boat dollies so we can move her around, and also so we can work on her decks, her gunnels, and her aft little brief deck, as well as her innards at a reasonable height. RJ and I started cleaning the foredeck, and we were pretty concerned right at the beginning when we observed a situation here. We don't have the covering board on, of course, but this boat has coamings that run along both gunnels, and this little board will represent the coaming as it passes. We are on the port side of the foredeck, right where the deck meets the gunnel, and as we were taking things apart, this area was all full of various kinds of, you name it, filler and just garbage, quite frankly. The other side was too. The starboard's almost identical to this. In both cases, some very enterprising, lazy soul, rather than doing a proper repair, simply sistered a block on here to try to keep this from dropping. Both sides, it really does basically nothing but get in the way. We'll have to release all of that. But what really troubled us is that the windshield goes across here, the coaming runs this way, the deck comes in this way, and at one time there had been a weep hole right here that allowed any water that collected to run through the base of the coaming, off the gunnel, and out of harm's way. Well, some enterprising soul decided, who needs that? And plugged it. So we removed the coaming. And now we have cleaned the deck off, getting ready to open these seams. These seams have closed dramatically over the years. We will go through with a small Dremel tool we have. It's not one of the sort of hobby home Dremel tools. It's a really neat little tool, and we will be sure to shoot a video to present that to you at the time. But what really troubled us as we removed the goop, here's the front of the windshield, and this is the piece that runs along here. This is basically the deck beneath and behind, just after the windshield. This groove that's been worn here over the years actually hasn't been worn. This is just rotted out. So as we worked yesterday, we noticed that this plank and this plank have rotted beyond saving, as has this plank. It's not so much that the plank has rotted, it's that somebody filled it with, it looks all the world like automotive Bondo to us. But in the process, and this is why when people ask me, why can't you just give us a price to repair our boat, to reserve our boat? I don't understand. Well, my answer usually is, we get up against things where one of us says, who knew? Who could possibly know? This was hidden by the windshield. Much of this was hidden by the coaming. The extra fancy blocks were hidden by the dashboard. So this was all buried on both sides, exactly the same. Same idiot did the same idiocy twice. So what do? We've got some options. This wood right here is pretty sound on this frame member. This wood right here is, well, you can see, I don't even have to get us a pick. It's not sound. It just falls apart. So we'll have to take a router and we'll have to open this up, remove material down, probably removing most of this stick here and all of this one, so that we can put fresh wood in place. We can seal with clear penetrating epoxy sealer behind it. And what we still don't know, and what gives me pause, can you see that move? This deck frame member is flying loose. It is on the other side as well. The next one, the RJ climbed underneath and way up, and the problem seems to be concentrated right here on both sides, and we face a quandary. We could remove this framing member all the way across, but to do so is to dislodge all of these nails, and they are nails, not screws, and the putty that has been used in the countersinks after the material after the nails were driven home. Alternatively, with this removed on both sides and this removed on both sides, we can fabricate a second frame member for this point on the deck. And the way this thing is, I would say a second frame member here as well. Get rid of this stupid thing and sister them together. That will strengthen this part of the deck tremendously, and it's not uncommon on these Lymans for people to step off the helm station onto this part of the dash to reach over the windshield for something, adjust a dock line or move a light or you name it. So if we were to sister a second, fabricate and sister a second timber, a second frame all the way across, and we can use this one as our pattern by tracing it onto paper, and do the same with this one. We still face the fact that if we do that, we may well end up with two courses of fasteners going straight down. We have that to resolve as we move forward. These three guys, their history. This support piece and this one, I really say their history too. Fortunately, this one's held in place by a couple of nails and 3 screws. This one appears, well, it's hard to tell what's holding it together, but I don't think it'll come out. We can use a chisel and break it open and get it out piece by piece that way. And as far as these planks, since the windshield sits on top of this, we will work extra hard at sealing under here. When we set the windshield down, it will be bedded in 5200, so we'll be able to close these gaps. That's not the issue. The issue is these corners. And once we've got this all repaired and we get to the point of installing the coamings anew, you bet there's going to be a weep hole so that this never happens again. The rest of the deck, other than the fact that the seams have kind of collapsed and are way too tight, the rest of the foredeck is just great. It's nice old mahogany. We can sand it fair, and it is just going to be magnificent when varnished. But the 2 corners, as you might guess, are going to be challenging and time-consuming as we attempt to both tie the aft end of the foredeck to the hull sides. I mean, that's an issue, right? We're trying to keep the boat together here. We're not trying to spread the boat apart. There's an 1/8 of an inch space right here, and there is over there. So this hull has already moved and spread a bit. You can see, I think, if I pan over to the starboard side and try to reach in a little bit, maybe go up a little higher. There. See the space? That has pulled away from the hull side as well at that end. So essentially this aft end of this deck is to call it floating is unfair because of these really cute blocks that are beneath the frame member. But we'll pull it back together. We may end up simply removing the frame member and replacing it. This is the sort of thing that the four of us get together and hammer out the options and come up with a solution that makes the most sense for the boat. Yes, it's expensive to the owner, but at the end of the day, we're trying to save the boat. We're not trying to save the owner. And the owner will be saved indirectly when we give him back a boat that's got an additional 50 years of life in it because these repairs were done properly, not haphazardly. So, with that, we end this update on the 1937 20-foot Lyman Runabout. Thank you so much. Bye-bye for now from Snake Mountain Boat Works.